5 truths you must know before remarrying after 70 to protect your peace and future. Remarrying after the age of 70 is not merely an emotional decision. It is a carefully considered choice involving health, finances, family dynamics, and the pursuit of peace in the later chapters of life. As people grow older, they go through countless changes, experiences, and losses, each of which significantly shifts their perspective on love, marriage, and long-term companionship. Some seek a partner to share life's moments with. Others simply wish to escape the loneliness that can weigh heavily over time. Regardless of the motivation, there are fundamental truths that must be clearly understood before entering a remarriage at this age. Unlike marriages in youth, where love and passion often lead the way, remarrying after 70 demands deeper contemplation. It is no longer a journey of dreams and desires, but one rooted in shared values, emotional harmony, and mutual respect for personal space. Every decision must be made with thoughtful consideration for one's current health, financial security, existing family relationships, and the realistic ability to care for one another in the years ahead. A relationship in old age can be a sanctuary of peace, if both individuals know how to listen, accept, and honor each other's pasts. But if key realities are overlooked, that seemingly warm connection could easily become a source of conflict, anxiety, or emotional distress. Therefore, having a clear understanding and preparing mentally before remarriage is the best way to protect one's inner peace and build a stable future. Life after 70 is not an ending, but the unfolding of a new chapter, one in which every line must be written with clarity, empathy, and maturity. A new relationship, if built on genuine understanding, can be more than companionship. It can be a haven of calm amid a constantly changing world. For this reason, being aware of the following truths will not only guide you toward the right decision, but also allow you to live the rest of your days with greater peace and lightness of heart. Love in the twilight years is often marked by calmness and deep understanding rather than fiery passion. However, along with this maturity come delicate boundaries that both individuals must respect. Remarrying at this age is not just an emotional commitment but a merging of two lives that have each become stable in their own unique ways. One of the first things many people overlook is the difference in daily routines. After decades of living independently and developing personal habits, sharing a living space with another person becomes a real challenge. From sleep schedules and eating preferences to individual hobbies, each can become a source of tension if not openly discussed and adjusted from the beginning. Financial matters also become an unavoidable and sensitive topic. After 70, most individuals live on fixed incomes such as pensions, savings, or social support. Getting married can affect these financial entitlements, especially in cases where someone is receiving government aid or has inheritance plans set aside for children and grandchildren. Things can become complicated without transparency. That's why honesty in discussing finances and having clear agreements is essential to prevent misunderstandings or conflicts later on. Family plays a significant role in the decision to remarry. Many older adults face resistance from children or relatives when they express the desire to enter a new relationship. This resistance doesn't always stem from selfishness. It often comes from concern for safety, inheritance, or a shift in family dynamics. Grown-up children might feel threatened or worry that a new partner could disrupt the balance that has long existed in the family. In some cases, elderly individuals are forced to choose between their love life and the approval of their children. While such situations are difficult to resolve, patience, empathy, and open communication can help reach a place of harmony and understanding. Health, both physical and mental, must also be taken seriously. As we age, health becomes more fragile. Living with someone else means being prepared to face illnesses, cognitive decline, or physical disabilities together. A life partner at this age isn't just someone to share tea with in the morning, but potentially a caregiver or someone to be cared for. Love in later life takes on a new form, one of companionship, shared responsibility, and mutual support. But not everyone is willing or able to shoulder that kind of burden, which is why it's crucial to clarify expectations before making a lifelong commitment. Another often overlooked aspect is the need for personal space. After years of living alone or independently, many elderly individuals value peace, freedom, and their personal routines. Remarrying may mean adjusting to another's presence, sharing time and space, and occasionally sacrificing a bit of that cherished independence. There will be moments when one feels constrained or no longer entirely themselves. That's why maintaining healthy boundaries, even in marriage, is so important. Both individuals must learn to respect differences, allow space for solitude, and ensure that neither feels lost in the shared life they are building. In today's society, remarriage among the elderly is no longer uncommon. But building a happy, lasting relationship at this age requires more than feelings. It calls for psychological preparation, clear plans, and healthy boundaries so both partners feel safe, comfortable, and free to maintain the precious peace they've cultivated over the years. Because at this stage in life, the goal is no longer finding a perfect partner, but sharing a connection that doesn't bring harm or disruption to an already stable life. Anyone considering remarriage must first ask themselves, am I seeking a relationship based on emotional need or simply trying to fill a void of loneliness? Does this person truly understand and resonate with my values? Am I ready to embrace change? Not just in my living environment but also in my thinking and daily behavior. These questions aren't meant to discourage, but to help you reflect deeply and make a choice that aligns with your true self. When someone over 70 chooses to remarry, what they truly need may not be a grand wedding or social recognition, but a companion who can sit quietly beside them and still bring peace. Someone who doesn't exhaust you with constant explanations, doesn't force you to change too much, and is willing to accept you exactly as you are, after all the years of living, loving, loss, and learning. And to build such a relationship requires profound honesty, both with oneself and with the other person. Remarrying after 70 isn't a new beginning like in youth. It's a continuation filled with responsibility. It should not be a decision made on impulse but one that ripens from within. A relationship at this age that lacks clarity invites confusion, one without agreement invites conflict, and one without empathy invites exhaustion. True peace after 70 isn't found in always having someone by your side. It's found in being true to yourself, in choosing the right companion, and in stepping into a new relationship with confidence, without compromising the values and dignity you've spent a lifetime building. It is a serenity unshaken by societal expectations, unbothered by outside judgment, and rooted in deep self-awareness, a warm heart that can still love, and a clear mind that knows how to protect that precious peace. As we enter the twilight years of life, we gradually come to understand that true fulfillment no longer lies in the bustle of the outside world, but in a deep inner calm. Remarrying after the age of 70, therefore, is not a journey to seek perfection, but a path back to peace. A life partner at this stage is not someone to change your life, but someone to help preserve what already holds meaning, freedom, tranquility, and the ability to simply be yourself. In a world that is constantly changing and moving fast, what the elderly need most is a relationship that causes no harm. A kind of love that doesn't require constant explanation, that doesn't demand you to try too hard to be someone else, but rather allows two seasoned individuals to simply be present with one another, gently and authentically. This companionship doesn't need eternal promises. It only needs genuine presence in each moment. Love at this age is no longer a promise for the future, but a respectful embrace of the past and a mindful appreciation of the present. It's not about building a completely new life, but about harmonizing two existing ones, cherishing the best of each other, and walking the remaining path together, no matter how long or short it may be. Every relationship requires commitment, but after 70, that commitment lies not in a marriage certificate, but in empathy and the willingness to support each other. No one can make the decision for you, and no one can understand you better than you do yourself. But before remarrying, ask yourself, does this relationship bring you peace, or does it disrupt your life? Does it allow you to be your true self, or are you constantly pushing yourself to meet someone else's expectations? Does it bring relief, or does it pull you into new pressures and obligations? Remarrying after 70 is a big decision, but it doesn't have to be a complicated one if you truly understand what you need. Sometimes, peace doesn't come from having someone new beside you. It comes from choosing the right person so you don't have to sacrifice the serenity of your remaining years. So before stepping into a new marriage, take time to have an honest conversation with yourself. Don't rush. Let your heart speak, but don't silence your mind. One simple yet profound truth remains. Peace is more valuable than any relationship, and your inner freedom must be protected at all costs. If a relationship makes you feel safe, respected, and allows you to be your truest self, then that may very well be where real happiness awaits in this final stretch of life.